Oh my god!
I look at you and it's easy to see you are that someone I've been trying to meet.
You can never do content creating in a Jamaican household, or even to say a Caribbean household, because there's always somebody doing something. But anyways, hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about breast cancer awareness and also a trick that I saw on TikTok that I felt the need to speak about. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you guys so very much for clicking on today's video. Also follow me on all my socials, that's Instagram and TikTok at Bare Beauty Services. So this video should have actually been in real time, but girl couldn't get it together. Girl did just a laba for more, just a chat too much. It was a very informative video, but the way in which I would have to edit it would have been a longer video, and I was like, listen here, I'm not about this long ass video creating. I am not about that, and I'm sure I'm very positive that my attention span is not that big. And I'm sure that a lot of persons just want to get straight to the point of certain things. Also, definitely follow me on my TikTok if you're a person who not necessarily into long videos. I do definitely do short videos, so definitely go check it out. So yeah, so I do my regular prep work. One thing that I can advise is that if you're doing something like that where you're going to pop out the nails, that added cuticle oil on your nails is not needed, because the nail naturally brings its own oil. So I didn't need to apply any cuticle oil to it, and I always never do it. So yeah, so I'm going in with some glue onto my tips, and I'm going to place my artificial nail away from the cuticle area. Usually when you're applying press-ons, you usually place it in the cuticle area, but I'm placing it away just around a half an inch, maybe in nail terms, in nail measurements, away from the cuticle. It's very noticeable that I did not apply my tips, my press-ons, to the cuticle area. The next step that I take was to go in with my e-file. So I'm going to do the blending work now, and to do this I will be working on top of my artificial nail. I wasn't looking in depth in what they were doing. I just knew that they blend the tip together, but I'm very careful with blending tips into my natural nail these days, because I don't feel as though they need to be so blended to the point where your nails are weakened. So what I usually do is to go on top of the artificial nail and file that to the point of you can't notice the difference between my nail and artificial nail. So I do that, and it's very noticeable because the nail is a little bit thicker than yours, so you can know where to file. So it's not anything brainstorming anything. So yeah. So I kind of did something, this step here, a little bit jumbled, because I actually wanted to see if it actually made sense, and I was fully satisfied with the results at the end of the day, and I decided to fully prep the nail afterwards. Alrighty then, so we finished with the prepping work. So now I'm going to use the top coat to conceal the open area. So I'm going to conceal the nail plate that did not get any press-on, or where I didn't apply the press-on. I'm going to conceal that area with top coat. I find as though that the top coats are a little bit more thinner, so you might need a couple applications. Before I was good with two, especially if the nails are short. You don't necessarily need more than two, but if you want to be sure, you definitely can go in with your builder gel, and you will be all right with one application. If you're doing this when your nails are longer, I suggest going in with the builder gel, of course. Or if you don't have builder gel, you just need to do a couple top coats. I can't quite say how much top coat application that needs to be done, but you're going to need quite an amount so there's structure right there, because remember, the nails are much more longer then, and they're more prone to being damaged, because we do a lot with our hands. So I find this way of applying press-ons to be quite effective. I just need to apply it to another client or a client and not myself, because I can't test the true effectiveness of it, because after each designs that I do, I tend to pop off the nails. So I need to have an actual client to demonstrate this art to see if it's effective. Everything was effective, but I want to see if it's more effective. Yeah, with handling and stuff and how compatible it is with things. So yeah, so I'm going in with my 50 shades of pink, 5 shades of pink. Every year I tend to wanting to be a part of this breast cancer awareness month. As you may know, I'm a woman myself, so I feel as though we need to join hands and come together and show support for the persons who are going through the daily struggles with breast cancer. I'm sure that is not something that is easy, but can you think of all the other illnesses that you may have and you think that you're gonna die, and breast cancer is a lifetime thing, meaning that if you fight it, it comes back. You know what I'm saying? So we need to spread awareness. We as women, we need to be on top of our A games. We need to go check ourselves out I don't know how often. I think it's every year or every 6 months. I need to check that out, because thinking about it, I should know this, and it only shows that I don't do it. So I need to do this. I need it, and I don't need it to be all talk right now. I need to do this. I need to start checking myself and the well-being of myself, because this is what we do. We take care of other persons, but we seem to always leave ourselves behind, and that's the number one thing. That's literally the number one symptoms of any grave illness. That you take away from yourself. You're not observing yourself, you're observing other people, ensuring that everybody else is fine. And when you become sick, then that we need to start taking care of ourselves. So I'm sure spreading awareness is also for me, and it's also for you. So I'm going in with the pop art. I thought this art was quite effective, and it kind of drew attention to the awareness, and I thought it was fitting for it. And I actually like this design, to be honest. I never noticed it would look good pan short nails. So I'm going in with the black around the nails. I'll add my pink, of course, cure them. I had to do another coating and stuff. I won't recommend it. I definitely won't recommend it for persons to buy this color, because I just think it's just itch at this point. No matter how much I say, alright, each time that I leave it alone and then I decide to use it again, it's the same result that I'm getting. I highly don't recommend it. So I'm going in with the black around my nails, and then I'll cure, of course, and then I'll do the darker shades on one part of my nails, shadows and light. I didn't do it properly. I mean, it's not the biggest thing out of the world, but I did shadows and light. I did the dark part by mixing it with a darker pink to get that shadow area around the nails, and then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. I didn't cure that for 60 seconds, I'm lying. After we do all that and we cure, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we create shadow on the other side, and now we're going to create light on the other side. To do this, we're going to mix the white with some top coat to kind of get an opaque color, opaque white. We don't want too much of a pigment on the nail, so we're going to use the white there, and we're going to create a dot at the end, and then we'll cure that. So I'm moving quite fast here. So I actually did an outline. I actually was troubleshooting a lot of designs on this nail, and I decided here, well, I need to come up with something good at this point, because I tried doing some hands at first. I had to cut out all of that, and I tried doing the body with the boobs. It wasn't fitting the nail, and I decided to just do a regular breast cancer sign. I was like, it's not giving what I wanted. So I decided that I was going to go back with the body with the boobs, and did a dark skin individual, because I'm a dark skin individual. So I decided it was only fitting for the situation, right? So I did that, cure it. Between each application I will go and cure, because I'm doing a larger application of polish. I tend to cure it for 60 seconds just to ensure that everything is good. Everything was good for 60 seconds besides the line on the nail. So I'll go ahead and create my body. You see that boob? I created that boob. I was pretty excited about it, because if you don't know, I can draw to save my life, and when I do some things like this, it's a very wow moment. Okay, very wow moment. So you hear the excitement in my voice, and you're there probably thinking, oh, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal for me, because I struggle with drawing. It's something that I want to learn, but it is so hard. So the next step we're going to do is to draw our cancer sign, not our breast cancer sign, as a tattoo on the lady. And I thought that was so cute. I loved it. And then I go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. It's very cute. A cute bad. Look there. Yeah, we're going to cure that. So after that, I did go in with some extra pink around the nails. You can note that I did a little bit off camera. I add a little bit more black onto the nail. So I didn't want to include that because the video was already doing a lot. So I didn't want to do much anymore on the camera. I'm going with my top coat, cure that for 60 seconds. Them actually don't look bad gloss, to be honest. So I was battling, should I leave them at that? But no, I was like, I want to see how they're matte. So I went in with my matte top coat, give it a good application. So the reason why I'm going with my top coat first, my gloss top coat first, is because the matte that I have, it pulls on the color on the nails, and because I don't want the colors to blend together, I tend to go in with my top coat as a protective layer. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an extra step that I wish I didn't take, but it works. It's an extra step for me, but it works. So I cure that, and these are the nails. I'm gonna tell you something in love. I thought that the short nail would not have done anything for it, but the nails looked so good. They look so real. They look as though I painted them on, almost like they looked really good. And my art is popping. Do you see that reaction, girl? Excited much. Now I'm going to apply some cuticle oils around my nails, and then I'll show you the proper reveal of these nails. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below. Also follow me on all my socials. That's Instagram and TikTok at Bare Beauty Services. And I'll see you
I
next
got
time.
your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on the dial tone. Think back to the night